then.
The button has been pushed.
Nice.
Although, for some reason, Streamlabs is like, I'm having problems with Twitch, yet it says we're live.
Yeah.
Christy's on her way. She's just doing das
That's insulin.
insulin, yes.
Yeah, it's fine. I figured as much. Hey, right, we are live. Right, I'll flip it to the right screen. Because we haven't technically started yet. And I haven't updated TDAC in D&D Beyond.
How dare you!
How dare you?
Tedak's current hit point is 156.
Indeed.
Yay, I got my maths right. Yes, he gets hold the line.
Hold the line.
Yeah, creatures provoke an opportunity attack from you when they move 5 feet or more while within your reach, and if you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, the target speed is reduced to 0 until the end of the current turn. So, does this mean then that the creature can move again after, like, well, I'm guessing like if I do manage to hit, then it's like, dang it, sort of thing, and can't move anywhere until like its next go, and then it'd be like, haha, I can move again. So I could just be chasing it along and just being, you can't run, you can't run, you can't run.
So when it provokes the attack of opportunity, if you hit, regardless of how much damage you do, they just drop all their speed. It's gone.
Oh yeah.
Which, combined with Sentinel, is horrific.
I know, right?
That's just not fair.
Yeah.
Although with Sentinel, you also do the same thing. You reduce their speed to 0.
But yeah, I'll be back in 5.
Yeah. Creatures provoke opportunity attacks from you even if they take the disengage action before leaving your reach. Yeah, and when the creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against the target other than you, and the target doesn't have this feat, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the attacking creature. So yeah, combined with those, that's just monstrous.
I'm rather glad that 5 was like, no, you only get the one reaction.
Because I would go on the reaction for days. I think that's the only downside to the build that I'm doing with TDAC.
Well, some of these things were in earlier editions of D&D, especially 3.5, and I think Pathfinder has it as well. You got attacks outside of your turn equal to your dexterity modifier. If I recall something stupid like that. But you can only have a maximum of 2. However, if you had the feat Combat Reflexes, you got your full modifiers worth.
I remember that, yeah. I want to say that was 3.5 or even 4 that did that.
It was definitely 3.5. 4's where they went very kind of like
trying to
compartmentalize everything to.
Yeah, 4 was more like let's turn this tabletop RPG into a video game RPG.
Yeah, I can see their logic because you can see where some of that's filtered through into 5th. Because that's basically like you had your. What was it? Because there were the 3 types. You had the daily ones, which are basically your big, all-out special abilities. The encounter ones, which are basically once per long rest or once per short rest or whatever. And then you had like the actual action cards, where it was things like, yeah, you just attack with a flare.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, now I remember. I remember it being 3.5 just for one reason. I remember it being in 3.5 because of the Temple of Elemental Evil, the video game. using 3.5 system, and there was a moment where a character I made, which was a dex-based fighter, had the appropriate feats, and then made multiple reaction attacks to multiple enemies with all his modifiers attached, and basically killed everything without even moving and attacking anything. It was great.
Jesus.
You can abuse Temple of Elemental Evil so much, and I love it.
Yes.
It is one of the most underrated D&D PC games, and I love it. I also, the mod community for it have been amazing.
That was much more of a Neverwinter Nights kind of player.
Classic.
And also doing the
Absolute
things that the NPCs ask you for in Neverwinter Nights 2, like the Dwarf Monk.
Mm.
Yes, I did make that Dwarf Monk. Yes, he was not that good, but damn was he fun.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Huh, interesting. My bitrate's all over the place according to Twitch right now.
Mm.
I mean, it's stable, but it's like I can see a lot of active peaks and troughs. But I don't know if the quality's still good.
And what you got on my end, it's looking, bearing in mind it's only the starting soon
Yeah.
screen at the moment, it's
I
looking
mean,
alright.
let's throw it onto the main screen and see what happens. But it's got actual 2 cameras to render. One of which might be a bit blown out because of colour, because my lights decided, yes, I want to be white now.
I will be white today.
Somewhere there's a box. There it is. Somewhere there's a switch. That's the power switch. There we go.
Oh, that's better.
Nice warm light. It looks like I have a skin tone, not Joker makeup. Huh. Yeah, all seems to be fine. All is well in the universe. Is that really? That is on the chat thing. Okay. I just looked over at the dashboard at the corner where I was like, why is it doing a scrolling? Oh, it's for the community challenge.
Had to put my money in. We want that Warcraft stream.
Well, currently, the only character I'd have ready for it is the Paladin, and he's currently hopping about from raid to raid to raid to raid, farming it for loot that I really like him to have.
Mm.
I've still yet to get the Reigns of Invincible. I did Dragon Soul the other night, and I've yet to get any of the mounts out of Dragon Soul.
Oh, God.
I
hate
slogged
that.
through Deathwing on 25 Heroic, and I still didn't get the mount.
Oh, my God.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else I did the other day. Also did Sunwell Plateau. I nearly got the full set in a single run.
Mm.
Which was like, well, wait. Why can't I have this fucking Ice Crown or... no, not Blackrock's Fire. Where Nefarian is, and you get the Judgment set. I can't remember what raid it was, but like, I'd like to do that one, so I have the full Judgment set.
It's a good set. It's a nice set.
Oh, the Sunwell set looks
Yeah.
nice as well, but I want Judgment, dang it. But oh well. Everything combined resets tomorrow night, I think, so I'll just hop back over to Ice Crown and start the loop all over again.
Whoop whoop.
No, my luck.
Whoop, whoop.
I won't get the Raids of Invincible, but I will get both Festigut and Rockface Acid, so then I can have the Shadowmourne quest done.
Oh damn, I should actually get that. I don't have Shadowmourne yet. I should actually complete it.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
Christine.
Woo.
Hello.
I do believe that everybody is assembled.
I'm
I
loving these.
do believe
I'm
so.
loving these new character arts things. I
Yeah,
love it.
the new character arts are pretty sick.
Thank you. I'm very proud of them.
Yeah. only one thing I forgot to mention, Brian. Melren actually, let me check. That I don't lie. I think Melren's eyes are emerald green, not yellow.
I can change from yellow, it's not the end of the world.
Yep.
Quick, go and paint.
There is a load of hero reports again. And just make that one quick colour cover change.
Yeah. But it otherwise it looks pretty awesome.
Thank you. The hard part, as I was saying to Tash earlier, was like going
Yes.
through all the armor sets and going, does that look right? Does that? No. Give it a couple of days, come back to it, make the changes.
Yep.
Otherwise, it was quite easy. It was also really easy to put like everybody's artifacts on.
Yeah.
Damn aware everybody's got. I mean, you've even got your belt on.
Yes.
Marla's got the bronze staff. Gardex has got a Radiant's Gavel. They all look amazing.
Yes.
Right then. Right, I really should get on to the promotionary things. So let's do that first, and then we can get on with some D&D.
Yes.
Did you want to drop it in the tabletop group, or did you want me to? Okay.
If you could, that would be fantastic, because currently all my stuff's up at the minute. I'll just do the Twitter and the Facebook feeds.
Yes.
I can tell you now what's a really, really bad idea, and I warn nobody else to do this at all. Do not go food shopping when you've had a hypo.
Oh.
I came
Damn.
out of the shops with £10 worth of chocolate
Oh wow, yeah.
and biscuits.
That's kind of like don't go shopping when you're hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't go shopping when it is even worse. The ironic thing was that I'd had a hypo and I'd run out of sweets, so therefore the only reason why we went to the shop was to get more sweets. But it was meant to be just a packet of sweets, not
Yeah.
a bag for life full up of chocolate.
Yeah. Also, like I kind of learned today that you really shouldn't order food when you're hungry. You should order it before you're hungry. Being that I ended up ordering hot dog with there's like a huge like steak in the middle. Then there's like all kind of fixings like cheddar and iceberg lettuce and all that kind of things. And then I ordered also a huge platter of what is it? French fries, meatballs, sausage, etc. And the one they brought me, it's actually an actual freaking pizza box full of that stuff.
That sounds about right. There was a Family Guy joke about ordering a salad from a pizza place.
Yeah.
Also, I just saw this news on Unilad. Don't know if it has any credibility or anything on that. But, So, in order to keep cinemas... Oh, no, it is. Yeah, okay. So, Odeon cinemas are letting you rent out big screens for game nights.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
That sounds like a great way of making up for some lost revenue.
Really good idea.
It does.
Mario Kart on a massive screen.
Oof.
Nope.
It's like we want to see Mario Kart. We want to see big Smash games with 8 players on a big ass cinema
Yeah,
screen.
you can actually finally track what your character's doing.
Hell yeah! One night, or having like those really picture this. The underrated game Lost Odyssey on Xbox 360 on that big screen when it hits the real cinematic moments with Nobuo Uematsu's soundtrack. Oof.
I like the sound of that.
You get some of the most cinematic, beautiful games on that big screen. Sold.
But you
Well, I
know
saw
what's
it on a
awesome?
Monster Hunter group. They were like, yeah, I'll just play all the Monster Hunter cutscenes on that.
Yes. I'll just play like all the best intros of all the biggest beasties that we have. Oh.
Right.
Noin. Siellä asulle.
I love this. So basically, we made one of our friends watch Spice Girls the movie the weekend
Why?
because he didn't believe us what actually happens in it.
But that's just mean.
So, but while we watch it, we realise that Richard E. Grant is obviously their manager, and on a Hux server, we have a whole chat dedicated to Richard E. Grant. And I've blown their minds that Richard E. Grant is in Spice World. There's like children which don't believe me that they're the same person.
It's like, you've got to believe me. He's in
You gotta
Spice
believe
World.
me. But they're like, but he's hot in Spice World.
God.
It's like, there's a thing now of like, the internet's now hit a generational age because no one's ever been on like Albino Black Sheep and watched the Badger song.
Yeah.
Or Magical Trevor or Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair though, some of the teenagers on this server, they all love Krennic from Star Wars as well. So you know.
I'm trying to think who's Krennic now. Oh,
Rogue One.
yeah. I can't remember the actor's name, but someone says like he's trying to be like Alan Rickman now.
Yeah.
He's
Oh, and they love
Hollywood
Alan
needs
Rickman
a
as well.
charismatic bad guy. You.
We have a whole simp chat going. They love Alan Rickman as well.
If you really
Which
want
is
to blow their
acceptable.
minds, tell them that Grand Moff Tarkin died long before they even got around to filming Rogue One.
Yeah, I tell them to no to Tarkin because they started on Tarkin once simping. I was like, no, do not.
Yeah.
I don't know. You have to remember how much of a badass he is. He's the only one that tells Vader to sit. Anyway, shall we play some D&D, I suppose?
Yes, let's play some D&D.
Yes.
I mean, we can play
Let's
some
talk
Star
about
Wars.
Star
There are
Wars.
some Star Wars RPGs.
Oh, we did start a Starfinder, didn't we? At one point.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, there are legitimately like Star Wars RPG games. I believe
Yeah.
Roll20 even has them preloaded, so there has all the right dice and dice animations.
Maybe a Christmas special.
You gotta sit there
Maybe.
and reread all the rules.
Who
Who knows?
knows?
But anyway, let us bring things in. So last time here on Tales of Fumbles and Fortunes on Tales of Gaming Addiction, a show where we sit around and play D&D, our wonderful band of heroes had been traversing the elemental planes, seeking out shards to seal away Ebenrath, a shadow dragon who is determined to end the world, and you guys are coerced into stopping him. After collecting these artifacts and then scrying on his location in the material world, you found him all the way over at the fortress of Diva Vitrix, an ancient place that many of you had no knowledge or awareness of. After battling with him and a resurrected corpse of one of his, I suppose, initial followers, it's a hard thing to pin down, he sort of crumbled to dust, saying that this wasn't over and he shall be back for his revenge.
Damn.
He'll be back.
I'll get you next time, Gadget.
Love it.
Inspector Gadget.
time.
Surprisingly, that voice gets harder and harder to do.
Next time. Yeah, it is.
It really rips your throat apart. But you guys, after the battle and taking severe injuries, I think 2 of you nearly died in that encounter. If it wasn't the Twitch chat burning their XP points to heal you.
I was at 33 hit points.
Yeah, I also remember going through chat and be like, oh my god, everyone's spending points to keep you all alive. This is irritating. You're all sitting there. I remember recently going, TPK, TPK. It's like, it's not going to be a TPK if chat keeps spending all the heals on you.
Yes.
Power of the internet
Thank
compels you.
chat, by the way.
Baba?
Oh, I was going to say thank you, chat.
Do not think chat.
Yeah, thank you, chat.
Me. I was gonna say.
Chat needs no thank yous. Right, there we go. Also putting Marie second because got special to Marie this week. But you guys had after the battle retreated back to the brass tower from that Meloin now has accommodation over to heal and to level up. So welcome to level 16, everybody.
Woohoo.
So if you missed the level up, go watch the last episode. It should be live on the YouTube
Yeah.
channel.
I can't remember what feat I chose in the end, but hey ho.
Did you pick a feat? I honestly didn't remember.
I did. I did on D&D and Beyond, but I can't remember actually what I picked in the end.
Give me a second, I can tell you. Because I can say feats.
I'm pretty sure I went with feet in the end. Because on Nori last night I did points.
Let's have a look, see. It's quicker to go into the builder. Level 16. You took the feat Spell Sniper. You've learned
Woohoo.
techniques to enhance your attacks with certain kind of spells. When you cast a spell that requires you to make an attack roll, the spell's range is doubled. Ignore half cover and 3/4 cover. You learn 1 additional cantrip as an attack. Choose the cantrip from the wizard's spell list. And the spellcast ability is intelligence. You picked Ray of Frost.
It's always good to remind yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I was looking at your feats, and it's gotten the other way around because you took Dragonhide earlier and then Spell Sniper second.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh, that's dope. Nice.
indeed. Now fear the wizard. The wizard can sit back all day and nuke
Yes.
things from a distance.
Yes.
Double the distance.
But now the question for you guys, all leveled up and hearty as you are, what would you like to do?
Are we gonna get some more supplies before we jump after this dragon?
Get more stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably get some stuffs.
Do we want some just like generic weapons? Do we have enough money just to? I'm just thinking of throwing stuff at him, chipping away at him, like I do with my tri
I
drones.
mean,
I mean, not gonna lie, if we have a bag of weapons, and I like use conjure animals to conjure up apes, apes could just pick up axes and start going nuts.
That's the reason. Why did I think of that? I thought of the video baby monkey riding on a pig, and now I'm just thinking of like apes on pigs riding into battle.
No, I just had the thought of, so you're literally going to have monkeys throwing metaphorical shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
At that point, my brain just went, yep, that's just about right for this party.
It's both a valid strategy, and we have more numbers.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So it's a legit strategy.
Mm.
You know, have a whole army.
If it works for the Zerg, it works for everyone else.
True.
Yeah. If
I mean,
dip,
go ahead, Ash.
yeah, if I dip my hand into like the party loot. Oh yeah, we have like so much money. I like to buy a few potions. Like potion. How many potions of greater healing should I get? And stuff.
As many as you feel the need necessary.
Right. So I'm guessing 10 potions of greater healing would be like 100 gold coins.
Well, that's actually
No,
not
not
bad
100
price.
coins. 1,000 gold coins. Jesus, why am I so terrible at math?
But still, to be exact, it's actually not that much if we would actually have like 1,000 gold worth of potions.
I mean, it's only 10. Like, how much do potions of superior healing cost?
Let me double check my crypt sheet. Which I really should print off, but I never do. What rarity was superior again?
What now?
What rarity were they? I can't remember.
Potion of superior healing. If I have a look-see on the items. Potion of superior.
I want to say they were
Oh,
rare.
they are rare. They are
Okay,
rare.
so
Oh,
they
excuse
only
me.
got the very shiny of 500 gold pieces.
Jesus.
They take a long while to make. First you got to make a healing potion, then you got to distill it down so you get a more purified version. It takes more healing potions to make a superior one.
I was going to say, potion of supreme healing would be even more expensive then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think it was like,
another naught
what
to
was
that.
it?
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
Also,
5,000
you got
gold?
an insane amount of money for it.
I was going to say,
Insane amount of dice pool for it. It'd basically be one of you guys has that and you're back to full health.
yeah, I was going to say, should we get 10 potions of greater healing?
Mm-hmm.
And then, how many potions of superior healing should we have? Because they're like 500 each. I mean, we could dip into the platinum stuff as well.
Yeah, we could.
So
I mean, how much is it for each one? Sorry.
Uh,
It's 500 for the greater, wasn't it?
no, 500 for the superior and
Superior,
100
sorry.
for the greater.
Yeah. Sorry, my brain had them muddled up in the wrong way around.
It's okay.
And of course, then you had the legendary. Healing Potion Supreme.
Yes.
Also known as the potion of I can't believe that's not healing.
Yes.
Pretty much.
I'm trying to remember, like, would 100 platinum be... No, 10 platinum would be the same as 1,000, right? Because a platinum piece is 100 gold, if I recall correctly.
Yes, 10
So-
plat.
So, what if we use some of the platinum pieces to get each of us a potion of superior healing? See how much that gives us left.
Mm-hmm.
So that does Kira, Todak, Gardex, Melvin, Marlon. So there's 5 of us? Yeah, it's 5 of us.
10 gold to a platinum.
10 gold to a platinum.
Mhm.
Okay. So... Oh, God. Now, Brian, I had the maths in my head.
Sorry.
You're not sorry. No, no, hold on. This could work in our favor. Okay, so 50 gold would be 5 platinum. So then 100 gold is 10 platinum.
Platinum.
Let me get my calculator out.
Why am I
So
worried?
10 gold is 1 platinum, basically, isn't it? So,
Well,
Mhm.
yeah.
so
Yeah.
what are we trying to work out?
How many platinum pieces it would take to get, like, enough potions of superior healing to, like, have it so that we each get 1 each.
Okay, so how many of us is there? There's
5.
5 of us. How much does each potion cost?
For superior healing, 500 gold pieces.
500. So that would be
So 500 times 5.
That would be 100 platinum pieces for each potion.
Would it? I mean, I guess.
Yeah, because
I
500
also point out you
times
have a
5.
ton of loose magic items in the loot bag.
I mean, that's true.
That is true.
Mm.
It's
'Cause
very
have we-
true.
'Cause it feels as if I'm looking through this party bag and I'm just thinking, have we even sorted half of this out?
I thought we sold it all before we went off the first time. I thought we said that we were going to sell it. And we sort of did that. We didn't
Forgot
necessarily
about it.
roleplay it, but we said that we were going to sell it and get rid of it, and that was done. So whether it was ever changed, I do not know.
So did we not update the bag?
No.
So we said that we were going to...
I
Sell it all.
have no idea.
And a
But
generic
both loot
shop
bag,
owner.
well, I should ignore the loot bag. It's the new party bag.
Yes,
Hmm.
the party bag.
Because, I mean, am I right in saying that Marlon has the Verdant Crown, for example, and Kira equipped the Lilith gloves, if I remember?
I think she did, but I think she's taken them off since.
She... Yeah.
It's on her
Changed
person,
the
but she's not,
gauntlets,
she hasn't got them
didn't she?
tuned.
Hmm. I mean, we've even got the Helm of Telepathy in here.
Yeah, we do.
And scrolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's probably other spells and stuff.
Also, we have a rogue who actually sort of can help selling, haggling.
Because what? After calculating it, if it's 500 gold per pot, if we wanted one each, it'll be 2,500 gold total.
Mm.
Yeah.
So 25 platinum.
Pretty
Or
much.
250 platinum.
Yeah.
Yeah, 250 platinum. Sorry.
So we can buy them outright, and then
Yes.
effectively go through the bag, sort everything out in the bag, and go, okay, A, do we need, B, will we use, and C, what can we sell to make back the money?
Yeah.
So-
Let's
Okay.
do that really quick. I would
Okay.
say. Just do quick fire what we need, what we don't need, sell it.
Okay, I'm going to. So, is everyone in agreement with each of us getting a potion of superior healing?
I'm good
Yes.
with
Yes.
I
Yeah.
am good
Okay.
with this.
Cool, because I've kind of done the maths and like doing it now. So, have fun with that, guys. Okay, and right. Okay, it's turning into a shopping episode.
There's nothing wrong with a shopping episode and a bit of downtime.
This is very true.
This is when I could just imagine like the supermarket sweep theme in the background.
Oh my god.
If we're basing this off like a show, then we've had the initial hero's arrival before the final confrontation. But oops,
I mean-
sorry, it's coming up to holiday season, so the animation team have gone on holiday. We're just gonna go off on the side of the edge for a bit and swing right back in where we left off. Complete with all you guys in like dramatic clothing and everything, be like, but we took ages to get into costume.
Yeah.
I know, and I've advertised. It's like, yeah, we're going up against our big bad end guy again.
Well, you're prepping. I mean, I don't think it'll take you that long to prep.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so since there's okay, I am going to have like 2 potions of greater healing, like just cause,
Mm-hmm.
and then everyone can share out like the other potions between themselves.
Yeah, I think so. You take 2, so it's 2 per person.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, plus the superior healing.
Yeah. So yeah.
Ooh, can I, with the spell books and that, can I have some of the spells from it, or is that?
Mm-hmm. You can do it. Just takes time and money.
Mm. Let me have a look. See.
Also, for you being a evocation specialist, anything in the evocation school, i.e. damaging spells, they take half the time and half the money. Because that's your shtick.
If not, because I've just found the black tentacle spell, so I can have some tentacles poking out the ground again.
The arms of Hadar.
No, it says Everard's black tentacles.
Oh, that spell. Edward's. Yeah.
Tentacles. That's what it's called. Edward's.
Edward's black
what thing was-
tentacles. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what was that in?
It's just got. I was just looking at the spell
Oh, the
books
spell
that
books.
we've.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just looking at what there was. If there was anything that might
Oh my
help
God, when
us.
did I add
Clouded
that in?
daggers.
When was
Dimension door as well. I'm just thinking. No.
Oh,
Might
this
be
must have been
help.
when you guys first came to the Bronze Tower. That must have been when I added them in.
Mm.
So yeah, I mean, you can spend a good couple of days if you so wish, adding all those to your spellbook.
I have Staff of Power as well. Was that my old staff
That was
before the bronze?
Yeah,
Or was that?
it was the base thing for the bronze staff before you realised what it was. It was a hidden thing. Your stuff now is much more powerful. It even has the cool ability of spell absorption, so when you get hit by a spell, you can suck up the power.
Yummy, yummy. Arcane powers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as good as Cabal's Ruin, but close enough.
I mean, yeah, anyone else want to grab a thing or two before we set off? Or do a thing?
Well, we were gonna go through just all the random items, weren't we, and say yes and no.
Right, okay.
Really quick.
Yeah, true.
Just to shove them
Because
Right, okay.
out. Literally, like, quick fire.
Okay.
right,
Right.
roll call.
Let's go. Right, let's go. Adamantine breastplate. Who would benefit from this? Like, if you don't want to get the effects of the nat 20s, but you're proficient in like medium armor, this is the thing for you. Unless, of course, you have like sort of unarmored defense sort of thing. So
Yeah,
maybe
I'm
it'll
an
be,
unarmored defense guy, so it's no use for me.
yeah. So maybe it'll be a thing for either Melrin or Kira. Maybe. Actually, Melrin's cursed with the armor of cursiness.
Mm-hmm.
So Kira would
Does
probably
Marlon
benefit
have
more from
anything?
It wouldn't be any good
Armor-wise?
for Marlon because
No.
you can't wear medium armor.
That's what I thought. I thought there's something to do with armor and me.
Right.
Yeah, also, like, Merrin needs his nat 20s.
Right. So,
Cell
We-
pile?
is it magical, the adamantine breastplate?
No, it's not a magical breastplate. It's just
Okay.
adamantine.
Kira might actually. I can access Kira's character sheet to see what she's got so far, and whether she'd benefit from it. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Come on.
I don't know why I was looking up a character on D&D Beyond. It's not the same. D&D Beyond's only there so people can look at the stats whilst the stream's going.
Right. Okay. So she has. What sort of armor does she have? Glamored studded leather armor. Taking her AC up to 21. So. She does have levels in fighter.
She does,
so-
yes, but I know she likes having the glamoured armor because she can make it appear what she likes.
Okay, so yeah, that's been sold. Okay, cool. Moving on.
Cell fodder, nice.
Yep, sold.
Yeah, to save
Right.
on your sell price, by the way, just go by its rarity and go for the lowest amount.
Okay, adamantine scale mail, same, sold.
Yeah.
Okay, animated
Yep.
shield.
No good me.
Melrin doesn't use shields.
Because what does the
Neither does
animated shield
Kira.
do? Or what bonuses does it give?
It's a +1 shield that automatically sort of moves around and protects you.
Right.
Sadly, as far as the game's concerned, you still treat it as a shield in air quotes.
So you
Oh, yeah.
have to basically literally hold it in your hand,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but,
so to say.
but also means like a barbarian can't go, yes, I have a shield, it's the animated one, and then lets go of it so they can use the great axe with both hands. So they still get that armor.
Could they use basically that they would have the shield on their back and then use it as
No.
you have double.
Doesn't. Yeah,
it
it
doesn't
does
count.
specifically say like it counts as you have.
Yeah,
to
you have
shield
to.
on the
Yeah.
person.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's
Alright.
only if it's the only certain shields have that property, and it's like bucklers that are only like on your arm, but they only give like +1 AC, while shields normally give +2.
Okay, so selling it.
Sell it.
Right,
Yeah.
sold. 4 + 1 breastplates.
I just say blanket. Sell it.
Yep,
I think
sold.
all our armor better.
Sell it.
Yeah, sell.
Okay, necrotic
You get a
muskets.
breastplate. You get a breastplate.
Okay, necrotic muskets.
For those wondering, they were like regular muskets and just did an extra d6 necrotic damage.
Yep.
Yeah,
None of us
I
can really
think-
gun.
I was going to say that
Yeah.
was Dario's, wasn't it?
Well, no, that's a point. Moen can gun because he's our dex guy.
Yes.
Surely. So
So
you could
have a
if you wanted to, you could totally just be like Revolver Ocelot, just with necrotic pistol.
Oh,
Or here's the thing: if he could attach it to his like the ends of his arrows or something, they could be like a little explosive. Maybe I don't know.
It's
Dealing
not, it
with-
wasn't the musket balls that were in charge, it was the actual musket itself.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
But
so
So
did we want to keep a couple of muskets? Because we have 9. So if Milrin did want to have one on him, just as a backup.
I mean, you could buy a musket and then like do a thing.
or we could basically buy a random musket and then just switch the barrel out.
Oh wait, necrotic muskets. Oh yeah, we have one.
They're necrotic, so we might as well just keep a couple of them. They'll off together.
Yeah.
We have 9, and then there's 800 musket balls.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we can literally have a musket each as a backup.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, TEDx
The
more
only
of
problem
a
is,
stabby
those of
stabby
you
more
who
than a
aren't
PQ.
proficient will be at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, but I'm
But
just
we
saying
could.
that
Because they count. Is it the muskets count as martial weapons?
They're a martial weapon. You need the proficiency to fire them safely. If you don't have proficiency, a roll of a 1 or a 2, I think, is a misfire, and that can be very, very painful.
Okay, so how many muskets are we selling? 7?
I think yes. Because keep 2.
Okay, so sold 7. Okay, musket balls we're keeping
Yeah.
for ammunition. Okay, amulet of proof of detection against location. Sell, keep.
So that's proof of detection against location.
Yeah, so if someone went to scry on you, they can't scry on you.
Right.
keep.
Or do
I'd
like
say
take person
just
and things
as
like
a-
that.
Okay,
Keep.
Yeah, I would
Just
say
in case
that
any of
we
his
should keep
underlings.
it because
Yeah.
as we did with Cried on Ebonrad's location, that would sort of protect at least one of us.
okay, so,
Point.
yep, cool.
Well, if anything, that'll be good for you, because if Ebenrath scries all of us, but can't find you,
Yeah.
the stealth boy, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Anyways, potion. So we're keeping that. Cool. Potion of resistance. I don't know whether that's already been consumed or not, but I definitely remember saying whether anyone wanted to take it or not.
I think it's still worth keeping, because we know
Okay,
necrotic's going to be a
dealing with-
thing.
Yep. Potion of invulnerability.
Yes, we're gonna
Yep,
keep
okay,
that.
Keeping that.
Uh,
Potion
Keep
of
that for the
stone skin.
squishies, yep.
Potion of stone skin.
Again, yes for the squishy.
Okay, scroll of commune.
What does it do?
Commune allows you to speak with a deity. I think they can only respond in yes, no, and maybes. You only get to ask 3 questions.
Yeah. It's handy.
It's
I think,
a
like-
powerful thing, but only
Oh, yeah.
if it works.
Because, I mean, that would mean we could get direct advice from the deities for our weapons are based on. But then it's a matter of, would the deity actually give us a legit yes, no, maybe response, or just say
I mean,
nothing?
The other
Yeah.
thing I'm going to say as well is, I mean, when I spoke to my deity and I got saved, so it might be
Right, okay, so we're
A
keeping
lifeline.
that. Creation.
scroll of creation. What is that? Because that sounds like it should be Marlon's.
Yeah.
Let me double check.
You
I
pause.
create an inanimate object, isn't it?
Um,
Creation spell.
yeah, to make a non-living object of vegetable matter within range, soft goods, rope, wood, or something similar. You can also use the spell to create minimal objects such as stone, crystal, or metal. The object created must be no larger than 5 foot cube, and the
Yeah.
object must be a form of a material that you've seen before. And depending on what sort of thing you pick, like pretty much like you get whatever time you have with it, or whatever.
Right.
So
Mm,
is it worth keeping?
No, get rid of it because I've got tridrones. It might. I don't
Okay.
think the area that we're going, the
Right, sold.
plane's going to have anything much to.
Yep, scroll
Yep.
of Gias.
so geese. Ah,
Scroll of Gias. It's kind of like you kind of not
It's basically
allowed.
command on
yeah.
steroids.
Yeah,
oh yeah, magical command on a creature you see within range, forcing it to
If
carry
you've
out
ever
some
seen the
service or
animation of
refrain
Geass,
from one act.
This is basically the contract.
okay. I think it's worth
16.
keeping just to
And
be like,
the-
hey, Ebenrath, you can't do things.
Yeah, that's a good
Ooh.
shout.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
okay.
also
Yeah.
one of you guys nearly got put under Geass.
It wasn't so much Gias as opposed to Crown of Madness.
That was it.
I recall using Geass on one of you, and you got really annoyed I got annoyed because you guys made the save.
Yeah.
Because I
Can't
tried to do it on
remember.
Kira, so Kira wouldn't hurt him.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
so we're keeping that. Okay, 50 gold piece, but 13 50 gold piece gems.
So yeah, sell them.
Tell
Yeah.
the daylight
Yeah,
out of
so
them,
that's
yeah.
Some money.
Sold. Okay, Helm of Telepathy.
So it's basically you put it on, I can hear what people are thinking.
Yeah.
I mean,
It might
Basic.
be helpful.
does it actually require like you holding the tome on your hand?
Well, it's a helm, so
It's a helm.
it would actually require you to have it on your head.
Yeah.
You need to wear it. I think it required attunement. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it
Uh,
likely would require a
Is it?
Requires attunement? I could basically give up one of my weapons, which I'm attuned to.
Yeah.
Something
Requires
in-
attunement,
Do detect
yes.
thoughts with the DC-13 save. But whilst it's focusing on detect thoughts, you could use the second action to cast suggestion, also with DC-13. And once suggestion is used, you can't use suggestion again until the next dawn.
That's
And-
pretty cool, actually. Being able
Yeah,
to read
that's pretty cool.
being able to read someone's thoughts and then suggest at the same time.
Yeah. So keep
Yes.
Yeah, keep.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Maybe.
Worth
with
keeping.
everything put into consideration, yeah, we just get money back. Bob's your uncle, Maggie's your aunt, everyone's happy. Let's go fuck up a dragon or shit.
Yeah.
I agree.
Also, Brian, can you check what are my attuned weapons and attuned items?
Off the
In
top of my
general.
head, it definitely is your belt of fire giant strength.
Yep.
Definitely Shiro's Fang.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's it for you.
I was
Guard
gonna
it.
say Verdant
I'm-
Crown. Do I have
I-
to attune to that?
Yeah, all the artifacts require attunement.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's not got it down that I've.
Okay.
No,
Guard
I
it.
was,
I think I'm.
I was
I think I'm only attuned to Aurelia's Gavel. I don't have anything else.
Gardex, how would you feel about taking Aurelian's Gavel? No, not Aurelian's Gavel, sorry. Umbreon's Carapace, so that you get a +2 boost. Well, you get a +4 boost to your AC.
'Cause that's for shield, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the Carapace. I have a normal shield, but that would boost my AC up to 21. But that's okay.
Right.
I'm fine with
I
it.
mean, it's tempting, but I think the problem I'm having is with how Gardex is. He's loving the fact that Aurelia's like the two-handed Aurelia's Gavel strategy has never failed him
Yeah.
yet.
You can boost your AC.
I know. Oh, if
You only
anything,
swing the gavel one-handed.
that's it.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
it does give me access to using my spear again, which can then gain bonuses for Pole Master.
And
Option.
also point out as well, you being a frontline at times, the Carapace would work out well for you with its reaction effect.
Hmm.
Of
What's its
critical-
effect?
So, as a reaction, when you are targeted with an area effect spell, you create or a line spell, you create a 5-foot wall in front of you. So, kind of like Reinhardt.
Okay.
And then
Oh,
anything
right.
behind you in the line gets immunity from the spell.
Oh, right. So it's kind of like a mini personal wall of stone when
Yeah.
when
You still have to
activated.
make your save
Okay.
and all the usual jazz, but let's say a fireball went off in front of you, and then
Right.
you had a full 20 foot behind you. Everybody that was behind you got a freebie out the save, but then you still have to sit there and take the brunt of it.
Okay. Well, you know what? Let's have a look at that.
But it's
Yes.
better
gonna
against
say-
things like disintegration ray, where you just sit there and go, nope, shield my friends.
Yeah.
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 I mean, if
But
we're all
I've-
cool with it, I'll gladly do that
Plus,
because
also,
then I
Yeah,
have an idea.
Because
you'll also get the ability of vomiting some acid on people.
Yes.
because
I get to be coughing. Yes.
what I want to do is I want to take Lilith's gauntlets to boost my
Got the
strength.
same face. It's the same happy face.
Okay, so is everyone alright with me taking Lilith's gauntlets?
I think that's what Kira planned to do, wasn't it? So that's why she took them off so they could go to TEDx.
Okay, yep,
I
okay.
think I remember that being said last session.
Okay.
Oh dear God.
I
Okay,
was
so
also gonna say the Obsidian Temple loot, I take it was added into our loot bag at the time.
I'm not sure
the
about
Obsidian
that.
Temple was with a different party.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
So-
because it was with Zyron, Nil, and
But it
Etoile,
has the belt of fire strength, the belt of giant strength.
which Melrin has.
Yeah, so was the other items added in to our party
It
bag?
should have been,
Because there's an
It should have
axe,
been,
2
but-
javelin of lightning, short
which
sword.
Melrin has.
Yeah, so 2 short
I think a
swords.
lot of you took some of these and then dropped them
Yeah.
without ever a second thought. So, because
Yeah,
the +1 axe that was in there was the Berserker axe, which I think T-Dak had for a while. It was like, actually, no, this is a bad idea for T-Dak.
Yeah.
yeah. No, I just
Also-
wondered because it was
Oh.
things that we haven't got in our party bag, and it was like, are these?
Well, Basically, if it's in it's in the owned section of the pie bag. I think we just need to update who actually owns what, so there's no confusion as to who actually has what. Because Belt of Giant Strength is still with Melvin.
Mm-hmm.
The +1 axe, which is the Berserker axe, I've actually checked my thing and I have that. Javelin of Lightning. Yeah, that is Melvin, because that's different to Gungnir. The 9 Life Stealer is Melvin's again? Is it?
No.
Because isn't that one that heals you?
No, it's the blessed scimitar,
Right.
which basically is just a gimmick weapon that I can actually hit someone and actually heal them instead of damaging them, even though I do damage them.
Right.
Yeah.
Also-
Did the D6 healing, which was hilarious.
So, okay. So the 9 Life Stealer.
That was the one that T-Dak had, and that one was...
Yeah, but
if
then
he
I
lands
dropped
a
it.
critical hit on a creature that's below 100 hit points, it is a chance
Yes.
it would kill it outright.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you still holding on to that right now, or is that currently...
No, I'm not holding on to
Right.
the 9 Life Stealer.
Right. I'm going to move that from the owned section to the weapons section, so that we know where that is.
Okay.
Then we
Also,
got
I
Io's
could-
Claw, which is Kira's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could take the helm of what was it? Telepathy.
Oh, yep. Helmet Telepathy, yep.
And if Brian could update it to me.
Yeah, I can do. Give me a sec.
Yeah,
Okay,
thanks.
Page
so-
for character sheet.
Am I right in saying that Kira still has the spider climb slippers, or did she take those off?
No, she's still
I
got
think
those.
she has them on.
She's still got those, yep. The boots of striding and springing Melvin have.
Yep.
These 5 acid daggers from the Black Dragons.
I have one of those.
I also have one. Which is handy, because I am a
currently
close
have
range
one.
guy, so that's fine. We'll keep those in there. Umber Carapace has now switched hands, thanks to T-Dag, so that's now in my possession. Azalon's mantles, that's still with Marlon.
No, I don't have it
I don't
down.
think it is.
I don't think anybody has the mantle.
No, no one has.
Okay, so mantle's still up for grabs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the mantle it give you 8 key points, even if you don't have a key pool yourself. And it also gave you the ability to fly for 4 of them once per short rest, I think, off the top of my head.
Yep.
Right.
So basically, for everyone else, it was like you get to cast fly twice a day on yourself. For a monk, it was like, here's some extra key and the ability to cast fly.
Cool.
Yes.
We're going to move that to the armor and shield section, because it's currently not owned.
And its appearance is that of a sort of one-sided cape that looks like a dragon's wing.
Yep.
And then the Verdant Crown.
Which
That's
is I was gonna have.
Yeah.
I need to
Yes.
tune.
so I will put that down, Marlon. Brilliant. Right, so this will be all tidied and up to date now. And then those are our sword bits, those are the bits we still have. Happy days, save. Brilliant.
Bronze conduit. Where's it gone? There we go, Verdant Crown. Ooh. You actually get increased your wisdom, Marlon.
Oh, how much?
Your
Nice.
wisdom's now 24.
Nice.
Damn.
Tash, did you have details down for what the Umber Carapace does? Because I'll update that on my sheet.
The Umber Carapace is a +2 shield.
+2.
Yep, grants you the ability of the Dragon Breath, as listed below. So what's your proficiency right now?
Should be 5.
5, yeah.
Okay, and so you get to do an 11d8 acid with a 14 dex. 14 DC dex save.
Okay.
Twice a day.
11d8 acid breath with what was the DC?
14.
14 DC.
Yeah.
Or DC 14.
Yeah, DC 14 dex.
DC 14 dex. Okay, beautiful.
And you get to do that twice a day.
Okay, cool. Then put it back as twice per day. Oh wait, I can put that in uses, so that's even better.
Mm-hmm.
2 and okay. Right. That is all up to date there, I believe, which is awesome.
And
Yes.
for Marlon, also gets an extra 2 extra spell slots of any level per day.
Ooh.
Oh god, what have I done? I'm just giving him 3 level 8 spell slots.
Is this all from the
Nice.
Verdant Crown?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm sure that's why he gave it to us, and then it just never and then we sort of never went through it.
I think we ordered it at the end of a session and then forgot
Yeah.
about it when we all came
So
back.
is my sheet going to be edited? Will it be,
I've
or-
edited your wisdom. I can't really do spell slots because I think Roll20 might throw wobbly on that one.
All right.
I'll see what I can do, but no guarantees.
Okay. Okay, so that's tidied up. Beautiful. Right.
Yeah, I don't think I can add in extra slots. Maybe. Oh, I can actually. Ha ha ha!
Ha ha ha.
+2, +2, +2, +2, +2, +2, +2, +2.
7.
That is frightening. Also, you know, at all times, speak with animals, speak with plants, tongues, and comprehend languages.
Mm-hmm.
And then
There we go.
the stuff from the previous campaign I've edited now, so it requires more time and use and awakening.
Yeah. Every little helps, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well, to be fair, even like late game, having 2 of every spell slot free is kind of
That's
dangerous.
amazing.
I feel scared now because that's a lot of fireballs. Actually, I'm
right.
curious. How many d8s is it at level 8? I actually want to know.
I mean, I have Sunbursts at level 8, which I haven't used yet.
Oh, it's only 8d6. That's not too bad.
That's not too bad. Maybe.
No, it's not doing the extra damage. It should have done an extra 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It should have been 13d6.
Oh,
Oh, no, it has
well
rolled it.
then,
Yeah,
that's a different thing.
that was 51 or 13d6.
Yes.
Okay. Right, everything sorted?
I believe so.
I like to say so, yeah.
Sweet. Okay. Let's go mess up a Dragon's Day.
Yes.
Whoop whoop.
Yep.
Let's go
Okay
make
then.
it.
First major question is, how are you going to go about mucking this dragon up?
Well, first of all, we need to find the douche nozzle.
Yes.
We Oh, don't you need me to jump the planes again?
Well, first of all, we actually need to know where exactly they are so that we can actually jump to the correct plane.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
thing. Is I can always attempt to scry, but then if I can't, well, scrying will help us identify whether he's in our plane of existence. So
Yeah.
I can gladly do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I suppose you guys are tuning to items, buying, selling. It's going to take a few days anyway, so
Yeah.
consider this all downtime.
Okay.
So,
Right.
Gardex, go ahead and scry for me, baby.
It's scry time.
Okay, you attempt to scry. Your vision pulls you out. It's like going through a GTA loading screen. Sort of bump, bump,
Gonna be
bump.
here a bit.
Yeah. You sit there, you can see the world below you, the world map. Clouds floating by. It seems to be raining in a couple of places. It's going to be a terrible drive if you plan on going from Ember Mine northwards. And then your vision drops back to where you were. It is seemed that either your scry has failed or Evanrath is not on the material plane at this moment in time.
I'll just like meet up with the guys and just say he is not here.
Okay, he is not here. So should we try to get ourselves back to Shadowfell?
With stony, shardy things of water, fire, air, and dirt.
Yes.
The urge just to describe the shard of the elemental plane of Earth is just... It's a lump of dirt that's been forced into a crystalline shape.
Yeah.
Certainly remotely translucent, it's just straight up opaque.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tedek ready to kill the dragon. Yeah, carry on.
I was going to say, do I take you guys plane shift to pop over to the Shadowfell?
Heck yeah, we do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright then. Marlon, you plane shift everyone over to the Shadowfell. There is that distinct taste of ozone in all your mouths and in your noses. Bright colours, everything goes into that Technicolor Stargate bridging. Until eventually you fall into the Shadowfell. A grey, murky place where there is no colour, no life. It appears this is where all things come to end, as it were. And that music is far too happy and cheerful for the Shadowfell. That's much more appropriate music. So it's like playing Skyrim and someone's like put in a Shadowfell mod, and it just starts playing that happy, cheery morning music. It's like, something's off here. It doesn't quite work.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, yes, you are pulled through into the Shadowfell. You can see off in the distance the remains of the floating tower that you guys had infiltrated and used to take down Zarakus has now actually crashed into a mountainside. You'd reckon, because of how the Shadowfell's meant to work, it's like the pyro material bit of everything had died instantly. So forests would still be the same forests, just full of dead trees, and mountains are still mountains, and what have you. You reckon, it's probably about a day and a bit away.
Tedek not know about you guys, but Tedek think we should go there.
Where?
mountain thing with weird rock house things.
It's not going to have a rock monster, is
Okay.
it, on a trike? If you get the
Okay.
reference, you had an awesome childhood.
Half get it. I can see it in my head, but I was like, where have I seen this before?
Don't you know?
What's a trike?
A three-wheeled bike.
What's a bike?
A mode of transport.
Can you eat it?
No.
I can make you a chocolate one when this is all over.
Tedek finds this satisfactory. I mean, he doesn't know that word. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Because I'm just imagining this all over and the party by Tedek a trike
Yeah.
for him to learn how to ride.
Oh my god!
My
And because
first
of the
mount.
Cavalier, that would make so much sense.
Oh god.
Achievement unlocked. Giddy up.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I had a map ready for this and I put it in the archives and I forgot what I called it.
Oh no.
TPK map.
No. It's that one. Hey! I found it. I called it a different thing.
Hey.
I called it a completely different thing. Okay. So as you begin to make your way out from where the bronze tower would normally sit across the plains towards the Forge Mountains, although at this point it might as well be called the Ash Peaks or something like that. You cross an area which, if any passing ghosts or spectres that you ask in your couple of days' travel, they call it the Blasted Lands. More as a thing of when Zarakis was actually terrorizing this place with the floating tower, he was literally just raining fireballs from on high.
Hmm.
And quite literally blasting the landscape to pieces.
Yeah.
But as you proceed onwards through the grey grass and ashy soil, can everybody roll a perception check for me?
Yes.
Oh. Tedek sees everything.
Perception.
Yeah, TEDx sees everything. Apparently.
I see someone.
You do see something.
Aaron doesn't see anything.
What's more, well, the scary thing is, of course, with reliable talent, if you'd rolled a 2, that would have been great.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just thinking, like, everyone's looking around finding things, and then Melvin's like, we're in the Shadowfell!
Yeah, it's like, sadly, my cat vision isn't helping here. Everything's grey.
Everything is grey, and there is too much of interference between because
Okay.
us cats see between
That was
life
Kira,
and
the 18.
Shadowfell.
Thank you.
It's just making me think that, like, you have an advanced radar system.
I was thinking more Meryl's playing without like any anti-aliasing at all.
Oh god.
So all the edges are fuzzy and blurry. It's just like right. So if Marlon can roll me a perception check, that would be grand.
If I can get my sheet up.
And with the new verdant crown as well, your perception is going to be through the roof.
Yeah.
But a more powerful artifact there cannot be.
Yes.
Well,
Alright, come on. My sheet's up. Work.
This is when we get flooded with load and natural 20s.
What was it? Perception, wasn't
Indeed, a perception.
it? Alright, I've clicked it, so it's just a matter of waiting.
Waiting for all 20s to wake up. Hey, 22.
Hey.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
Plus 7 now on perception.
Yeah. Well, you got +7 wisdom now. So, for Marlon and Hidak, the two of you together, because you're the only ones that got over 20, you can make out in the far distance 3 figures. They are certainly humanoid, certainly undead. They are wearing ragged clothes and armour. One that seems to be leading the two of them has like a fine armour on him, but the armour itself is broken and cracked and blasted away in places. And where on his skull-like head, where a crown would once sit, there is now nothing, and just a gaping hole from sort of forehead backwards. But at this rate, it appears you two are about to sort of cross paths.
Mm.
Psst, guys, three people up ahead. Looks very, very dead. That rhymes. Mm.
So are they moving?
Yeah, they're moving.
Mara jumps into a nearby ashy bush.
Like, are they moving towards us or away?
You
or?
are. Yeah, you're moving sort of towards each other. At some point, you guys are actually going to bump into each other.
So yeah,
It's
Mara
like
is
annoying
gonna
that thing
hide
about
in a
two
bush.
trains about to collide, but it's more like, we could either set up an ambush for them or just generally bump into them in a minute.
Yeah.
Operation Ambush.
Does
Yeah.
Marin need to roll a stealth check if he's hiding in a bush?
Yes, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me, please. So that would be a 24.
Yes.
God damn reliable talent. You watch as Marin Duck Hunt dives, like the dog from Duck Hunt, behind a bush. To where only he knows.
I'll look
Yeah.
at you guys and I'll just go, find somewhere to hide, and we will jump on them. I will be the distraction that guides their eyes.
Alright.
As I just like have, it's kind of like I put the carapace down in front of me, and I just sit with like the spear, with like my spear aiming upward. But to make it a little bit more of a badass environment, I use my new cantrip, create bonfire, to create a little bonfire in front of me and just sitting there.
So you're
The
going
funny thing is,
Dark
like, Alex,
Souls
you,
on
you
that?
create bonfire and you expect like the flames to be orange and yellows. They just come out as very faint orange and yellows, but mostly grey.
Or even the
It's
colour
like-
of flame is being absorbed.
Yeah, it's like literally turning the saturation filter all the way down.
Oof.
Okay.
So it's kind of weird. I mean, you look at yourself and you're in colour, but like
But the flame is just
grey and everything else is like this off.
Great.
Yeah,
Like the start of Wizard of Oz, isn't it? Everything's like grayscale.
Sepia,
kind of.
grey.
Everything in there
kind
is-
of.
is
Sepia.
sepia tone.
Yeah,
Mm.
but it still has tiny bit of it's like
Yeah, there's still
coloured
tiny
with the
flecks of
tone
colour.
over it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are just in the worst Instagram filter imaginable.
God.
Okay.
All right. So I am in my distraction pose
Marlon, hide.
with bonfire.
Yeah. And I can get the page up.
That's fine. I'm
And
just gonna throw that up to the token eye so you guys can see what's coming towards you. They haven't spotted you as of yet.
I will come back here and hide.
Cool. So you'll take cover behind various bits of dead shrubbery and brushwork. I won't worry about stealth checks for you all. I assume it's a passive thing. Makes the numbers easier to deal with. And as you all take cover, this first figure addresses you, Gardex, and stranger. In fact, actually, I shall put on an effect for this. Feels fitting.
Ooh. Ooh.
You there, stranger. You are not of this plane. Why have you come here?
I simply wait. I wait for the one I desire.
He steps closer to you, and you can see now, like, he obviously has, like, a regal bearing about him. But that's long since been stripped from him from some sort of fight or calamity and anything like that. And he's not hostile in his approach. It seems like he's about to deliver some bad news to you. As his two guards come up behind him just to make sure he stays safe. I'm afraid you shall be waiting here a while then. This is, after all, where everybody comes to wait for their end.
When you say I am to wait here for a while, are you to imply that whom I am in search for is simply not here?
As you say that, thing is, I think only you and I will get this reference. You remember the Quintessons from the OG Transformers?
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
kinda
like...
kind of,
like-
yeah. It's almost like that, except his head just swings one side slightly, so you got like half of the the core face on one side, and then another skull. This one wears like an eye patch over its own eye, and you can feel like you're being stared at intently. And it's not so much like trying to get a read on you, but like a read on your history and your timeline, and like as if you're being judged right here, right now.
Right.
Kind of like what we'll have to go through in World of Warcraft Shadowlands.
Ah.
Go for
But you can pre-order right now.
Hashtag not sponsored, but there may be a stream if you donate some of your hard-earned XP to it. Then we shall go to the race and get judged.
Yes. Also, Melrin, how much is the range for the helmet?
A good question. I believe Detect Thoughts is 60 feet.
I want to say that's about right.
hang on.
Yeah.
I think I had that when I was Zyron.
And within 30 feet.
30 feet to move, yeah.
Let's see.
So, yes, any one of them is well within picking distance.
Yes, well, Marin is focusing on the main guy. He doesn't really care that there are those guards. He's more interested about the, let's say, royalty.
Okay, let me throw up his...
Or hereafter known as main target.
Feels like as though we're going to cross an hour over my head. Right, to me.
No,
Save. Oh, okay.
yeah. Except, do I have anything that I can click? Oh, it's there. So, I
Yeah, I also made the wrong
think
roll.
it could. Yeah.
Oh, that's a natural one
Yeah.
dear.
on his save. So, you detect his initial surface faults, and they are muddled. It's very difficult to get a read on him anyway. It's kind of like listening to 3 different channels at once.
Oh
One
yeah.
speaking in the present, one speaking in past tense, the other speaking in future tense. All 3 of them, like, as far as you can make out, is like they're all speaking about Gardex now, but one saying like the orc was here, the orc is going to be here, the orc here, kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
And it's like absolutely overflowing, and so you focus a bit harder and go in deeper, and now you get a read on the present voice, as it were.
Yes.
And it goes over Gardex and begins to make note of interesting. You hear thoughts of high constitution, high wisdom, a druid, but also a violent man, but not a murderer.
He's reading me.
Perhaps the Feywild, but who is he waiting for? A lover, perhaps? A childhood friend? Mother, father, aunt, uncle?
Melran is actually gonna do. He is going to suggest to this guy that leave Gardex alone. Just keep walking. He's no way interesting person.
Okay, you make the suggestion to him, and as that carries on, a strange being you are to be here. I cannot read as to who you are waiting for, but I can help you towards your destination if that is more able.
Oh. Am I getting any vibes for? Am I getting any like bad juju vibes off of this guy?
Make an insight check.
Right. I'm loving this. It's kind of like I'm thinking Quintesson, and then another part of me is like thinking about three-headed knife from Holy Grail's. Like, look, we'll get some tea. We'll kill him first. Get some tea and biscuits.
Oh, not biscuits.
All right, not biscuits, but let's kill him anyway. Right. Where's he gone? He's scarpered. Right. Insight. Ooh.
That is a way of playing this out.
Ooh.
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
From the insight, he is trying to read you, but he's reading you, more as you are of a particular shape and you need to go into a particular hole.
Right.
There is no sense in. If a better expression actually might be, you wouldn't use a hammer on a screw.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you've got a purpose and a job to do, but what that is, he's trying to work out at this point in time. You've definitely noticed like he's taken a note of the artifacts you're carrying and the fact that you're not dead.
Right.
You are physically here.
I will simply look at him and just go, how would you help me find who I desire?
That would be difficult right now. I am currently lesser of my power. I can try some things. And certainly one thing may work.
Here comes Mungo!
What the heck was that?
I say.
My dad's ringtone.
Oh.
That threw me for a second. If you could think of 3 questions to ask of those who protect the dead, I can relay those questions. That's probably the best I can do. Although you are not of this place, you are not of the dead. Are you here to escape life? No. You don't look like the one to escape it. And like his initial, oh, I'm gonna help. Turn that off. Actually, start that again. So his initial like, I'll help you out, has now gone back into judgment mode.
Right.
He seems willing to help you, but it's like, now why am I helping you?
Right. Hmm.
I should point out all this time, by the way, he still hasn't taken note of the rest of the party. Neither has the 2 knights behind him.
That is good. That is good.
Yes.
I want them to stay on me, so I need to keep this going for as long as I can until it gets a little bit skew with. Right. So he's being judgmental to the point where he's not sure why he's willing to help, but he has part of him that is willing.
He's fully willing to help, but it's just a question of why do you need help? What's the end game here?
I will look at him and I would just say, one of which I seek belongs in this plane, but is capable of moving from one plane to another. One who may look at a beast one moment and change to that of a human the next.
You notice even though they don't have eyes as such, it feels like all 3 heads begin to murmur to each other. Although again, it's slightly off-putting. It's not like the 3 heads are separate on each other; they're like fused together.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like,
So you got like one main head, and then
head.
off one side is half of one side and then half of the extra side.
Oh yeah, it's like an amalgamation of 3 heads.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like if the one that speaks in past tense turns to you, it's only like a half turn.
Yeah.
It's creepy and weird, and I wish I could animate it, but I can't.
It's really dope.
It's
actually really freaking cool.
It sounds like a really dope way of describing this guy to you. But yeah, he sits there and ponders as to who it could be, and you see all the heads turn as begin discussing. It's weird, and eventually it gets back to the present head, the one that looks like it should have a crown, but now has a big chunk of brain missing. This creature you speak of, by beast, do you actually mean that of a dragon? A wolf? Bear? There are many beasts. Might need to be more specific.
You were correct when you stated dragon.
Ah, then you seek the prime dragon Epenrath. Interesting. By what you carry, you'd be more against him than with him. Then answer me this, young half-orc. Are you with or against this entity?
Shit. Oh.
Melvin.
I have to
What
think
does
about
his thoughts say about Ebenrath? I mean, what?
Yeah, I should point out, by the
I
way, as like this conversation's gone on, Melon, and you sat there and listened in, it's kind of obvious your suggestion hasn't worked.
yeah. And then Melren has another suggestion for him in shape of
I
quite
hate to
pointy
tell you,
thing.
you can't use suggestion again until next dawn.
No, I mean my suggestion in a way of a sharp flying object.
Oh, okay. You're going to take a pot shot at it.
What?
Yes.
Go ahead and make an attack roll with advantage.
I wasn't even being aggressive towards these guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and, again, Maroon feels like he is about to be aggressive. So that's a hit. Go ahead and roll your sneak attack damage as well, because he was not aware of your presence. So an arrow comes flying out from the bushes. It hits the skull that speaks in the the side of the face that speaks in the past tense, like in the good eye socket. And he screams out in pain and agony. It's also kind of obvious this being doesn't feel pain all that often. Knights, defend me. You half-orc. I'm going to have words with you. And he takes a step forward and then seals you and him inside of a force cube.
Oh, snap.
Always with these bloody force cubes.
Yeah. Alright, so the knights will go that way because it's all the shots come from. They didn't see who fired. But I'll let you all decide now if you want to actually take combat now or try and call the situation off.
I mean, Tedak would definitely attack, but Kira, I mean, no, Gardex wasn't being really aggressive.
But well, put it this way. I'm now stuck in the cube with this guy.
Yeah.
Regardless of what happens outside of the cube, I'm dealing with this guy. You guys do what you think is right with the guards. I'm gonna try and do what I think is right with this person in front of me.
Lie your ass off.
So,
I mean,
because I'm guessing he can't be. Because I'm guessing, whilst he's in the Force Cube, and whilst we're both in it, the only person he would willingly attack, or be able to, is me.
Yep.
So, with that logic, the guards will go searching for whomever shot the arrow, and within that time, it is literally just me and him in a cube.
Yep. In a cube that only you and him can talk in and like hear each other. Everything else outside sounds like it's covered through bulletproof glass. But again, like his walk towards you wasn't aggressive. He's just like holding his guards to see who shot him, and has just sealed you two in just in case something has happened. But again, he's not been like aggressive. He is armed with like a mace, but he hasn't even reached down for it.
I will look at him, and I will just simply say, that attack was not of my doing. I may or may not know where that attack came from, but I assure you that attack was not meant as a malicious one. It was meant as one of defense. Someone worried for my personal status.
Then they are right to worry in this place. Things can happen. But you have yet to answer my question. Are you with or against the being known as Ebenrath?
Because I've been sat down this whole time. Since he's with me and we're in the cube, this is when I just pull myself up with the spear, slide my arm through the Umbra carapace, and just stand there. Not aggressive, but more so giving him an honourable 1-to-1 stance. And I will just look into the dead eyes of him and just go, what if I was an enemy to Ebenrath? What would that mean to you?
I should also point out, he sounds like a good 8 feet tall, so it's more like you gotta look up at him.
That's fine.
He's a big, tall, skinny boy.
He's a biggie boy.
Yeah. If you are an enemy of Ebenrath, then I will call you friend.
I will take the hand that's holding onto my spear, move it so that it's part of my shield arm, and reach out my hand as if to shake his, to just go, then we must be allies of 2 different planes, joined through fate.
Fates are rarely so kind, especially to those such as yourself. And he reaches down and he reaches past your hand but grabs you sort of by the forearm. And you realise as well, this guy is old. Because it's like an old style of handshake.
After it's one of those clasping by the forearm,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
The night way that you don't have weapons. Either one
Yeah.
of you don't have weapons.
Yeah, it's like the Lord of the Rings shake,
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
know what I mean, where it's
The fantasy shake.
fan-based grip. Yeah.
I think that probably
So-
is going to be... I think that is the term for that trope. Is
Well,
the
if he-
fantasy shake.
Well, if he goes for mine, I'll follow in kind. As much as he's bony, I'll be respectful and
Yeah. Well,
Go
you
for
grip
the
him and, you
appropriate
expect
form.
to feel bone, but it's that's solid. But it's bone and tattered cloth. What the hell? Just roll with it.
oh, cool.
And at that point, he will dismiss the force cage and call his knights away.
And I will. It's I'll take back my spear into my main hand, raise it, and spin it a little bit as a signal to the others, as if to mean it's okay.
I also just realised I did that whole bit and I had the wrong bit of the overlay up.
Whoopsie.
That's fine. It was more RP than visual, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay.
one of those things I noticed. Anyways, carry on.
Yeah.
So I will, as I do that signal to try and just let the guys know that it's safe. You can come out and it's all right. I'll look at this guy and I'll just say, since we are allies, I must ask, do you have a name?
No, I do not have a name, but I am dubbed by my service. I am merely the Lord of Judgment.
He's the bloody living tribunal from the Marvel Universe. Fuck. We could be.
I appreciate it. It kind of fills the same role.
So, okay, so
You may call
Nameless.
me Dave.
Hmm. But you may call me Steve. I would just simply call. I will look at him and just go. Since you have no name, would it be suitable if I were to just call you Lord?
None have called me that for what feels like years, but I shall gladly accept that. Then come, Gardex. We have work to do. And he also turns to each of you as well, and calls you all out by name. Even though you never openly introduced yourselves, you feel like that he is well aware of who you are now. From all that time of looking at Gardex. I like this character. He's not going to die.
He's so freaking dope. Yo,
Yes.
I want to learn things.
And we have more allies.
Marin puts his bow away and tries to sort of.
Well, here's the funny thing. You came across something similar when you first came to the Shadowfell.
Yeah. So Marin kind of walks away from the situation and tries to come from an angle that it doesn't tell it that it was him who shot the guy.
You certainly can. I mean, your stealth is high enough. You slink away deeper into some undergrowth and wait a while and then come back once all the heat's worn off and the Death Knights seem to have ignored you. I feel like Tedak's mind's about to be blown.
Oh no.
I don't know whether to say this out loud or whisper it to you.
No, say it
excuse
out
me.
loud. I'd like to rattle in this.
Is he the guy where we locked up the 3 skulls?
Possibly.
Probably means it.
shit.
It does make sense with you describing the 3 heads.
And the fact that he's
Yeah.
using the same token.
I mean, fair.
Yes.
Although, to be fair, I'd probably end up using the same token anyway, because stat-wise, it's kind of like the same stat block. So anyway, this guy, with his 2 Death Knights, leads you on your own direction anyway. He seems to have been heading out to... he explains he was heading out because he felt the plane shift happen from his location, so he assumed it was people that had just recently arrived. But when it turned out to be you guys plane shifting in, he got curious. And now that curiosity has now led to what he dares deem to be hope. And this is several hours on down your journey, he continues this explanation that a band of adventurers had destroyed anchors to Ebonrath. I am aware that the adventurers had no idea the role the elemental anchors played. The lich that tried to usurp the power of the tower ahead was the underlying cause and serving greater evils to further his own benefit. There are those who would not deem my course of action wise, but it is not for them to judge. I hope that you would find what I have ahead at the very least accommodating, so you can probably understand things are troublesome right now. And as you crest over the final bit of the hill, you can see the wreckage of the 4 towers now implanted into the side of this mountain, And at its base, there is now like a ramshackle town. But it might not even be worth calling it a town, more like a hamlet. A smattering of rock shelters and hastily erected palisade spikes. But he welcomes you to a place where you are welcome to stay for the time being before you try and deal with Evanrath and a few of these other Death Knights like beings come forward. A couple of them don't wear so much heavy armor, they wear a much lighter robe-like appeal and seem to be carrying wings, and a couple of them carry like lanterns and staffs and have gold coins for eyes and things like that. Overall, considering you guys are like a mix of cultures, it's like all the different ways people will pay tribute to a ferryman or to the Grim Reaper or things like that. So it's a weird gothic mix of things. But he invites you all to sit down and to rest and prepare for what may well be your final encounter, and that's where we shall leave tonight's session.
Oh,
Oof.
oof. I was gonna
I'm
say.
loving this guy. Yo, this guy.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
had been sitting on him for months.
I just want him to like click his heads and just go innocent and just send his death knights on someone.
That's
Genuine
kind of his
Quintesson
purpose.
moment.
So a quick peek behind the curtain. What I originally had planned was like Xanatos was going to collect you all at the point of your death and bring you all here to him, and that was going to be his whole thing of guilty or innocent.
Oh damn.
So not only did you guys get beheaded on your old characters, but also got judged a second time, and then that it would have been like a fun side campaign. But I thought, no, that's going to be too much. Way too much
And
world building.
also, Betois being killed by another assassin, not being beheaded.
Yeah. But but it also would have been way too much like world building because you guys would have gone to various planes and trying to figure out a way for all your previous characters to be back up again.
Yeah, true.
So instead, I recycled him back in the tower, and that's what the 3 skulls were. The 3 flame skulls you locked in the room. They were his heads.
Yes, I thought that would be the case.
His body was on the throne. You left it there.
I was gonna say, like, when he said, yeah, a group of adventurers, like, had destroyed the towers. Oh, what a bunch of idiots! Am I right, guys?
I was going to say, those assholes.
Yeah.
Never sleep.
Also, fun fact, so the way the Shadowfell works in regular D&D as well, there are floating towers. There are meant to be 9 in total, and it's kind of like a constant game of cat and mouse. So you'll have liches that have a tower to themselves, and they'll try and take things, of either other towers from other liches, or they'll try and control territory from the tower. So there were other towers, but you guys decided to crash his into the side of a mountain.
Whoops.
Whoops, indeed.
Whoopsie.
I hope you're happy. But so, we shall see how things go. Hopefully Marie will be with us next week.
Yay!
Fingers.
Hopefully so.
And then we can have the final bit.
Yay!
Huzzah!
Anyways, until then, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you all for playing tonight. So it was a bit of a weird one. I know you guys were planning the final encounter, but also I didn't want you guys to go in unprepared.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's all right.
Do you know what I really want Stream Deck to be able to do now? Or be able to make another swear button, but I just want Illidan's "You are not prepared." You are not prepared. But anyway, those of you watching the VOD replay on Twitch or on the YouTubes or whatever, feel free to like, favorite, subscribe, and all that Twitch and YouTube jazz. Also, anytime I'm still streaming and that, feel free to throw some of the XP points from watching. If we hit 2400, I think it was. I've forgotten what I set my own goal to.
I think it's something like that.
Community goal, what was it? 24,000 XP points. Then I will do a special stream when Shadowlands launches, which may be soon.
Yeah.
And then we shall
Yeah.
explore the Warcraft idea of the afterlife.
Yes.
To which I'm now torn. Because on the one hand, Bastion is really cool, and I want the Angel Wings. But Revendrath is so gothic.
Oh yeah, that's the hard one.
I saw the plate armor set, it's like, oh, that actually looks nice.
The sets actually look so dope.
Well, I saw Novel do the Ardenweald one on his actual main paladin, and I'll admit the plate looks good in Ardenweald. You're basically a tree with a hammer.
Yeah.
So, anyway, until then, everybody, love you all, stay safe, and we'll see you all next time. Bye!
Yes.
Bye.
And bye.